Hey, what's up, people? Okay, we're gonna play a little Oh Christmas Tree. Can everyone hear that and see it? Whoops. Hey, cool, somebody's here. Yeah, 1910. Okay, so Oh Christmas Tree here. I think it would be cool if, for the half steps of the melody, we changed them so that instead of being minor seconds, they were chromatic semitones. It's like, if we had like just the melody part, let's try this. A, D, 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 E, F sharp, and E, F sharp, G flat. Aha. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so if we do that, guess what happens? The same thing happens as in my Sound of Music videos, where a tritone turns into a fourth. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I think we have to do that, right? Because that's so good. Okay, here we go. G major 7, that's not too bad. Ooh, and then for these two notes that are the fourth, we can make that part of a chord. So if that's G flat and D flat, I don't know if I'm gonna make this minor or major. I guess if we make it, you could do G flat minor. Because then if we do G flat minor, B double flat resolves down to A. Or we could do B flat resolving to A. I don't know. It seems like either way, it splits up the major second here in the voice leading, right? Like it could either go, or it could go. So yeah, I don't know, let's experiment. Actually, if we find something on this note right here, if we find something on this note that is a suitable alternative to just like the major 7th, then we don't just have a linear shift here. Or maybe that's what we want. That's really fun. Okay, let's try... what should we do? I guess what we could do... Oh, I know. We could actually include both major and minor. So we could kind of do it like this. And then have B minor. And then... Hey, that's kind of cool. So what I did there was when the melody went and went up to this note and prepared to jump down, I started with major. And then I slunk it down to minor. So B flat, B double flat, A. Oh, sorry. So that it would go to the 5 chord there, and then go to the 1 chord. That's cool. Oh, I love that. Anyone know what chord this is? Huh? I'm playing one of the flats. It's an E flat there. So that makes it more zen because we've shifted into like B minor is going to E flat minor. So the B goes down to B flat, the D goes up to E flat, and F sharp goes up to G flat. So we have a perfect fifth going out to a minor sixth, right? So intervallically, that is a Zen harmonic move compared to 12th tone equal temperament. So if I'm thinking about doing a little quick Oh Christmas Tree thing, I think I'm going to keep that. So our chords now that we like, we have, if we're in D major, we have O, D, 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 E, B minor, da, 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 E flat minor, and then we go to G flat minor. So that's chromatic median. Ooh, it's got to be minor. I just played it. I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe that's a good idea, maybe not. But it's officially a good idea. You know why? Because we've already heard D flat, so maybe hearing C sharp is a bit jarring. But man, I sure do love that C in there. It kind of gives it like a ray of hope feeling, you know, when we go back. It's so cool. It's not just like going to it in Mixolydian. That would be like a more direct way to really say, yes, we are in D. But this is kind of indirect. It's a little bit of a sleight of hand. Okay, so now the chords we like are O, D, 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 then B minor, then E flat minor, G flat minor, A minor, D, and D, 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 E, B minor again, then E flat minor, G flat. Oh, wait, did I play major? Oh no, I accidentally played F sharp major. There, so that's G flat minor. That's hard to play because it's all black keys. So I accidentally shifted them all down. Yeah? Yeah. Ooh, yes, thanks, James. I have to agree. Yeah, it's got like those kinds of shifts that you want. What do you guys want me to do? Maybe I'll play some random chords and then find some beautiful relationships like chromatic medians. Let's see if I can figure out the minor. Ah, almost. No. What is C flat minor? I should know this. Yeah, there it is. So yeah. Okay, we've got some beautiful chords. We've got some Oh Christmas Tree. This is great. Let's figure out... Ooh, before we continue on with Oh Christmas Tree, maybe one thing we could do is we can try and play it in a different scale entirely. So, we could play it in... We could try the Godzilla scale. So, if we were thinking about Do, Re, Mi of the Godzilla scale being like our first part, then the other notes we'd have would be like D, E, F sharp, G flat, A, B, C flat, C sharp, or no, D flat, D. So this is already in the Godzilla scale, actually, with the way we warped it. Let me get that right. So that's... And then... I don't know why I'm so forgetful of these chords all of a sudden. Okay, so how would we change that other part so that it's either within the Godzilla scale or shrinks the half steps? Let's try it. So, okay, so we already have the D chord here. Well, in a Godzilla scale, we would actually have A and B. So that's legal. So we either, this is a whole step down, da, 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 normally in the melody, going from A to G, but maybe we wanted to go from A to G flat. Who knows? It's hard to say. This, by the way, is a super major chord. Here's a major chord. Here's a minor chord. And subminor. Okay, so let's see. We could do B minor here. And go back to E flat minor. Oh, it seems wrong to go to E now. Let's see. Maybe we can just make it go down a half step. Oh, by the way, here's another cool thing that happens with 19. So, like, if you get a whole tone that's really small, it means that the minor seventh tends to sound kind of big, right? And with that big sound, your dominant seventh might not have as much pull as it could. Like, it sounds like a dominant seventh, but this sounds wide, clearly. So, in other tunings, if you shift that down by a septimal comma, you can get a harmonic seventh. And 19 tone has its own really flat version of a harmonic seventh that's still super cool. It's like, here's a normal A7 chord. And now, if we shift this top note down, isn't that neat? And then that can resolve to here. There's another thing I did with this kind of chord in the Sound of Music videos, which is a Zen harmonic trick. It actually has to do with these exact notes that I was playing earlier. If you shrink both of those half steps from the major third, they shrink inwards to a fourth. And if you include those as part of, like, the dominant chord of the tuning, you get a super major chord with a harmonic seventh. But I think it's lost its dominant seventhness. However, you can still give it the impression of dominant seventhness by making the melody approach these certain notes and resolve in the ways they would, in like 12-tone equal temperament, but just with these exaggerated steps, and then a perfect fourth resolves into a major third. So D flat and G flat resolve into D and F sharp. It's very cool. And it's exactly what's represented here. So if we chose to harmonize this with just an A chord, we would see that effect. But I chose to add some different chords instead. So I think those are the ones I'm going to keep. And I might play with the harmonization some more. Ooh, let's do the classic flat six kind of thing. Ooh, that's good. Let's see. That didn't work as well as I thought it would. Oh, hold on. So this is like B flat major 7, right? And then B flat can go down to A sharp. But then should A go down to G sharp? Yeah, that could work. And then maybe E sharp on bottom? That's yummy. Okay, so chromatic version. I don't know if this sounds too wrong or if it's just right. Because, like, I love this crunch, but the fact that E sharp has been introduced here sounds like a little bit wrongish. Maybe maybe it would have to go somewhere really cool to work. Or we could even do E. Yeah, well, E would make it legal, wouldn't it? Oh, hello. Good. Okay, so that's great. Ooh, perfect opportunity, right? On this chord. If we flatten this, we get an opportunity to do this sharp 9 without a clash. Or without a super major 7th clash. You could have that if you wanted. Oh, that's so perfect. Oh my god. Why is this such a perfect chord here? So it's E, G sharp, A sharp, and then, well, C double sharp if you want, or a D flat. I'm going to call it C double sharp, because then it makes sense as being a major third away from A sharp, and fits in with like a diatonic understanding. And then this is F sharp. So this is like the perfect, just like random little alt chord that totally fits with this idea. That's absolutely nuts. Okay, so and then where should this chord go is the question. So it's a nice crunchy alt chord, and through the circle of fifths it would go to A. So maybe we could try like an A sus. Okay, I kind of love this little ostinato here. So now we've got something that only has a few chords, but they're kind of jazzy, right? It's like an A7, A7, wait, would it be A7 sus4? Yeah, A7 sus4. It's got like an E in the bass here. And then B flat major 7. And then the moment it moves to F sharp, where it would conflict with this F, we could drop the F and just have... And that's like a mode of like G minor, right? But I chose to have the F here. Now that F sharp plays into this little whole tone thing. And then that goes to here. That's nice. That's pretty. Okay, so I think I'm going to keep that. That may be fun. So I have to do some errands today. So sadly, I can't stay for much longer. I might be able to stay for about 5 more minutes. But one thing I can do is take requests. If anyone wants me to play any particular scales or songs to hear how they might go in 19. One thing I might want to do is, I wonder if the chat is scrolled down. Oh, teach me your ways. I'm working on it. I'm probably not doing a very good job. But anyway, one thing that's really cool about 19, I mean, lots of scales are cool in 19, but some of the easiest scales to like approach initially are ones that are like scales from 12, but they have a twist. So a really good scale in 19 that has a twist is a whole tone scale, but since the whole tones keep getting flatter, you get to the top. And, well, instead of it being a 6-note scale, it's a 7-note scale. That's really cool. I wonder, augmented chords in 19 are also really interesting. Because I think if you put that sharp fifth in the top, it can sound like a wolf fifth. But the major thirds can kind of make up for it. So really, I like to voice an augmented chord in 19 with this sort of interval, like the wolf fifth interval, inverted as a fourth, so that it sounds more like this. So that's a pretty good sounding augmented chord. And then augmented chords can resolve to other augmented chords. Isn't that just nuts? Yes, let's see. Oh, how would a Christmas tree sound in 19 tones Lydian dominant, but like with a Oh, sesquiflat 7 instead of a 7. Oh, that's interesting. Now, we actually don't call it a sesquiflat in 19, but I think I know what you're getting at, which is if you take the 7th and you doubly flat it. Let's try that. Okay, so Lydian dominant then, I guess, if you could have, I'm trying to think about what it would be in D, so... Yeah, so that scale then, for D, if it's Lydian, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C flat, D, C flat, B. Isn't that neat how that C flat D, since it's an augmented second, it has an augmented second sound that's different from how minor third would sound. It's so zen. I really like 19. It's actually, 19 is really zen, but like the way the zen harmonic people use tunings and tell you to use tunings, like, doesn't work to make it zen. Like, you've got to like do your own stuff. Because normally, like, picking an MOS scale and just extrapolating from there, that's a really good way to get a zen sound. But then if you do that in 19, you'll find that you run into a lot of walls if you're wanting to do things conventionally with a small amount of notes. Oh my gosh, hi Michaela, what's up? How's lunch going? I'm saving the smoked oysters, by the way. I've not eaten them. I've worked very hard to not eat them because they're extremely good. I keep opening the cabinet and seeing them and be like, today's the day I'm gonna cave, but I don't. Okay, here we go. So now that we've got Lydian dominant, oh, wow! That's spicy. I wonder how you would harmonize that. I guess you could do this thing. And that would be like normal harmony. And then maybe like E. And then if you drop down to the C flat, you could get like, I'm trying to think. I guess you could do like, you could respell it as B sharp, and you could do G sharp. Okay, so here's the Lydian dominant version before I have to go shopping for cat food. Ooh, that sounds so good. I love it. That's a great suggestion. Hi, Graham. How's it going? Hi, Allison. How's it going? Oh my gosh. This is so great. Everyone showed up in chat. And sadly, it's right as I have to go. Is it actually lunchtime over there, I wonder? Okay. But yeah, this has been fun. Playing some good Christmas tunes. Oh, Christmas tree. And now I have to go shopping for cat food. So sadly, I have to go, everyone. It has been great talking to you all. That's good. All right, see you later.